Hello, my crafty friends. It's Marie from Mariesvermontcreations, and today is the August collab with myself and Michele from Scrapsecrets. So today is a mystery theme card, which we really enjoy doing. We each picked 2 options for 4 categories, and so I'm just showing you some of the products that I use. This fun die set was a free gift from Ink Road Stamps in, I can't remember what order it was, but I've been waiting to use it. So I have black cardstock, some gold glitter cardstock, and some white cardstock. So my 4 options that I selected were, my first one was white, black, and gold. Then my second one was a 5x7 card, which is what this is. And then my third option was fall or Halloween. And then my fourth one was interactive. So I'm just going to walk you through. I've done all the die cutting. Not die cutting, but cutting down of my cardstock off screen, so you don't have to watch me do that. But it is a 5x7 card base, and I am using the Simon Says Stamp Spooky Fun or something like that. Have some spooky fun. I just really wanted the pumpkin because I want the ghost to be holding the pumpkin in the hand, so that's kind of one interactive piece. I am stamping this using the VersaFine Claire Nocturne ink, and because I'm using that, I didn't use my alcohol markers. I am just using some colored pencils, and I just used 3 colors, so a simple green, a brown for the stem, and then 1 orange for the entire pumpkin. And I did speed this up because, like I said, nothing exciting goes on for coloring here. If you want to learn to color, I am not your girl. So I'm just going to get that colored, and then I will cut it out off screen again, because you don't want to watch me cut, because it takes me an incredibly long time to fussy cut things out. So while I do some of those things, I just thought I would tell you a little bit about this. So Michele and I get together at least once a month. Sometimes Tara joins us, sometimes she doesn't. And so we try to come up with a theme, a technique, something, and we really enjoy these random selections because it gives you a little bit of a challenge sometimes. I actually found this one worked out well because all of the colors and the themes and everything worked pretty well together, but sometimes they can be a little bit more challenging where you're like, how am I going to make that work with this, fall theme if I had a different color combination or something. And so I will link Michele's channel down below because I want you to check out what she has created. I have no idea, haven't seen it. And she doesn't know what I've created. So that is another fun part of doing this, is we get to see what everyone makes. And then you guys, coming up in about a month will be the Christmas series. So I will be having some more information for that coming up soon, but that is 2 projects a week for 25 projects until Christmas. So we will have lots of inspiration there. Because I'm adhering this white panel to this gold glitter cardstock, which, by the way, you could completely cut the center of this out and nobody would know. But I was just being, lazy and wasteful, honestly, sadly. I decided to use foam squares to adhere this white panel to, just to give me a little more grip. You could absolutely use liquid glue. I just tend to not have the patience to sit and let it adhere fully before moving on. And then I have this black panel that I have cut down that I am going to adhere down with liquid glue. And then I am going to take that pumpkin and add it to the hands of the ghost that I cut just out of white cardstock. And I did that because I'm going to use an action wobbler to be another interactive element for this card. If I hadn't done that, or if I found a way to hide it, I guess I could have hidden it behind the pumpkin now that I think about it. I could have cut this out of vellum so that it would have been a see-through ghost. I might have to try that and see how that'll work with the action wobbler with something in the hands. So I will definitely give that a go. But I did put a glue dot on because I was worried that it wouldn't be tight enough in the hands, that I would end up dropping the pumpkin somewhere. So I did add 1 glue dot to kind of keep it in place. And then I am going to take the backing off of the action wobbler, and there's a really flat side and a thicker side, and I have seen creators do it either way, where you put the thinner side to the piece that you're doing. I tend to put the thicker side and put the thinner side to the cardstock, so not sure which one's the right way. If you have an opinion about it, feel free to leave it for me down below. And then in that little free die set that I got was a boo sentiment and an eek sentiment. I went with the boo. I cut it out of some orange pattern paper from my stash, and it was really fine. So I'm just adding some liquid glue to that and going to adhere it to the bottom of the ghost. I was going to potentially do some like ink blending around it, or maybe adding some glitter, but I opted to just leave it plain since I had the glitter cardstock in the back. So like I said, I will link Michelle's channel down below. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them for me. I enjoy interacting with everyone and having, seeing what you have to say. And of course, we have to give it a little shake to watch it wobble. So I hope you liked today's project. And as always, I hope that you have a great day.